All right, everyone, remember like a month ago when Angela Merkel was out in public? I can't remember who she was with or what she was doing, and she got an attack of the shake. She just started shaking, looked like a petit mal seizure or something. And people are like, well, that's not good. Looks like she's sick or something. And her office came out and said, oh, she was dehydrated. She didn't drink enough water today. That's a Hillary Clinton fucking defense, because she had the same thing. She collapsed, remember, on 9/11. She's like, oh, yeah, I got a little heat stroke. I get dehydrated. You know, sometimes I don't drink enough water. And Bill oddly echoed that sentiment. He says, well, sometimes she forgets to drink water or something like that. It's like, yeah, because she's too busy drinking wine, probably. And I think that that's the case with Merkel. I speculate that she is a long-term alcoholic that refuses to quit, and she's got the DTs. That's what I think is happening. I think she's either trying to quit, or it's at that point where she's just drinking so much that she's going to get the symptoms anyway. And so she's alcohol withdrawing. I don't think it's... Some people are saying Parkinson's. Does Parkinson's act in such a way, though, that, like, you'd think that she would manage to take her medication before she goes out in public? Why would she, like, randomly miss doses and stuff before all of these major events? And if it's stress-related, it's like, you know, maybe she should resign, maybe? And if it's just something else, I mean, I'm not seeing a proper explanation from Merkel's people. They're like, oh, she's dehydrated. Well, she seems to do that a lot. Maybe is she getting demented to the point where she forgets to drink water? Maybe somebody else should step in and rule the German state as Führer at the moment, because it looks like yours has Hitler syndrome or something like that. Remember, towards the end of his life, he had the shakes too. Maybe Merkel has contracted the Nazi disease, I guess. No, I think it's the DTs. I think she's got delirium tremens from long-term severest alcoholism. Which makes sense. I mean, she's the German chancellor, and she's got this high-stress life because nobody likes her. She probably downs a few at the end of the day in order to deal with the pain of being herself. Okay. Let's see, she probably shouldn't be in charge of Germany. I think, isn't it Juncker there? He's like a total drunk, and he sometimes shows up to events sauced and has trouble even walking because he's so, like, out of it. And he, like, randomly hugs people and gets, like... He's got Biden syndrome, so he gets touchy-feely, I guess. It's actually kind of funny to watch, because, you know, you get this, like, old tyrant dude who becomes befuddled because he's incapable of controlling himself. And that's sort of how I see Merkel. But I imagine she's not, like, a stumbly, giggly drunk like Juncker. I think that she's a mean drunk. She probably, like, she drinks, probably throws plates at her husband's head and stuff like that. Why am I not more popular? She throws it like a frisbee. But whatever is wrong with her, in more serious news here, whatever the fuck is wrong with her, it keeps happening. It's not normal. It's not normal to stand there and not be able to stand still and just start shaking like this and having what appears to be a mild seizure. This has happened 3 fucking times. I think the German people should probably demand an explanation beyond, oh, she forgot to drink her water this morning again. Yeah, we know it keeps happening over and over and over again, but don't worry too much about it. It's perfectly normal. Like, it happens all the time at home. Yeah, she gets so busy. She's just such a hard worker. That was basically Hillary Clinton's defense. She's just such a hard worker. She just won't take any time off. Meanwhile, she's canceling every other stop. She's got half as many as Trump. She sits there for 10 minutes, speaks, and then leaves because there's nobody there. Chelsea's giving interviews in a broom closet of all places. It's like, no. If she's a year younger than Trump, I think, if I remember correctly. She's a little bit younger. She's supposedly in great health, and yet she can barely stand half the time. Yeah, that's a little bit of a problem. It's mysterious as to why she suddenly faints and gets thrown in the back of a van. Meanwhile, with Merkel, it's supposedly dehydration. Why do all these politicians forget to drink water? At least, yeah, okay, maybe she doesn't like water. Okay, drink coffee, drink tea, or fucking drink an orange juice, drink beer. You know, if she's not withdrawing from alcohol, maybe she should just get a little bit addicted to light beer. That's basically water that bread walked through. Just drink that. Do something positive. Maybe if you get Merkel drunk, maybe she's a teetotaler. Maybe if you get her drunk, she'll be less, you know, goonish, less given over to fucking over her fellow man. Maybe that'd be funny. But whatever the problem is, she's definitely got one. Some sort of problem is plaguing her. She's got symptoms publicly there. I mean, if this is how she is in public when she's, you know, been prettied up with the makeup and everything, what about in private? Does she just, like, sit there jiggling around all day, spasming? Like, is she capable of, like, not even capable of walking in her own home? Do they have to inject her with adrenochrome before they can trot her out on stage for 10 minutes? The fuck? Yeah. I would think people have a right to know if the people that they're funding with their tax money are fundamentally healthy. Merkel's not. It's obvious that Merkel's simply... If this happened to Trump, by the way, everyone would be calling for impeachment. Oh my God, he's gone past the... He's gone off the deep end. He's sick. We can't have this. He needs to leave immediately. Oh my God. If this were happening to like Viktor Orban or something, or Nigel Farage, yeah, they would talk about it constantly. But with Merkel, it's like, oh, yeah, they talk about it for 10 minutes and then they lose track. They lose focus. I wonder why that is. Could it be because the corporate media is lock, stock, and barrel owned by the handlers and backers of the globalists? Yeah, of course it is. That's about all. Peace out.